Welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. I'm Sam, an English guy living in provincial Russia, and today I've got some incredible news. I've decided to buy a house in a Russian village. What do you think about that? Well, the reason I've decided to buy a house in a Russian village is because my house that I'm building at the moment is taking forever to build and it's going to cost me a fortune. So I've decided to basically create a side project. It's going to be a village house that I can renovate and then turn into a guest house so that I can invite you guys, my subscribers, to stay in it. You can stay there for free and I'll give you the whole Russian treatment. We'll build a banya next to it. You can come over, you can stay in the house, you can go to the banya. We'll think of some good, interesting things for you to do while you're here. And at the same time, I want it to be beneficial to the village that I move into, because I really would like to help other people. Now, my level of DIY skills are not very good at all. But I thought, together with you guys, we could probably create some amazing projects where we could help the people of the village out. There's going to be things that the village is going to be lacking. So I thought, together, we can perhaps create some sort of project where you guys, the subscribers, come over, you get the full Russian treatment, the full tour, and then while you're here, we also perhaps help the village, help the local village, and see if we can maybe do something that benefits everyone. What do you think? So in today's video, I'll be talking about my ideas with regards to this project, and also giving you some updates about my own house as to what's happening with that too. So the great news is that finally I've got people working in the house behind me. They're doing the measurements to get the windows put in. Windows are so expensive right now in Russia. Crazy expensive. Like, wow, probably 4 or 5 times the price that they were a few years ago when the house was built. So finally, yeah, gonna get the windows put in the house. So when it comes to buying a house in a Russian village, really I've got 2 options, and I want to choose the best option. It's got to be an option that's going to be feasible for me to do. So it's going to have to be cheap, and then I need to look at the future potential in that place that I buy. And so really the main thing that I'm looking to start with is, do I just get a plot of land and build a really cheap very basic hut on it, perhaps put some a little fireplace inside there and make it a winter cabin? Or do I buy, I don't know, perhaps a village house that's in poor state and then renovate it? What I want is a plot that's got a bit of land on it, so that in the future I can perhaps put a banya on there and just develop it. Maybe in the future I can build a second one and a third one all on the same plot. But right now the goal is to find a house, a very cheap house. So whether that's a house that I can do repairs in, or a house that's just crumbling completely, that I can just purchase the land that accompanies it and build a very small cabin on it initially. My neighbours have got really amazing houses. I'm the last one on my road still not to be living here in the house. There's only 15 of us all together, and everyone's got amazing houses, and then there's me. I love this view. I've had a couple of dates here in winter. I've just come to this plot of land. I've put up a little table, a couple of deck chairs, and had a romantic winter date just on this area of land here. It looks like a jungle there with all this long grass. You can hardly see the house at all. So the reason that I would prefer to buy a house in a village that already exists rather than just a plot of land is because a lot of the utilities are already going to be done. The chances are that I can find one with gas already connected, with a septic, with water, whether that be a well of some type, I don't know. But because that's already done, it's going to be a lot easier than buying a fresh plot of land and kind of doing it from scratch. Having said that, the house might be in complete disrepair and it might take a while to get it up and running into somewhere that's like actually livable. So as regards to this house, as soon as the windows are put in, I need to get some sort of fence up, because once the windows are there, there's something for people to smash. So I need to get a fence that's going to be level with this fence here all the way down to there. I'd also like to see what I can do about the power lines. Quite happy with that pillar there at the end of the plot, but I don't really want these wires going over here like that. I'd prefer to bury them if I can, like my neighbour's done next door. What do you think of these acorn trees? I really love them. The best thing is they're just green all year. So when it comes to the village, I'd like to be able to do an awful lot for the community that I move into as well. To maybe, through my channel, come up with some different kind of ideas that we could do together to improve the community that I move into. So I want it to be a real project for the channel. The house that I build, I will invite you guys, my subscribers, out there to stay. I won't charge you to stay there. You can come there for a holiday, and it'll really be about you, just as it is about me. I really want to invite people to Russia. I want people to see what Russia is like. So really, I want to create a project that is going to be beneficial to you guys, my subscribers, and also to the village that I move into. Perhaps we can get together and rebuild, I don't know, a fence for Babushka, or, you know, do some interior design for her, or help out with something that needs fixing. I think it could be a really good project to introduce you to Russia, get to know a whole community, and to benefit the community as well. Look at these houses. What do you think? I absolutely love the resourcefulness of people in the village. Look, these are made out of old tyres. Look how beautiful this person's garden is. So this is the type of thing that my kind of DIY skills, you know, I'm not very good at DIY, but I could definitely do something like this, planting some tyres. I could maybe help to make the sand pit a bit better. I like how they've got a volleyball court over there. That's pretty nice, isn't it? And I really could help out to maybe us together with the channel. We could really kind of do well and make villages maybe better and nicer to live in. That's my goal anyway. It'd be great to be able to just finish off things like this or repair them. I love these little entrances. There's a little bench there. Wow, look at this house. It looks like it's boarded up, but I've just seen someone go inside. Now, I really know nothing about DIY at all, but I think together with you guys, we could probably, you know, do some really good things. And that's what I want this project to be about. Imagine if I were to get a house finished and invite a family over here, and, you know, I could give you a bit of a tour of Russia, do some traditional things, and then maybe spend a couple of days helping out the village. Maybe one of you is a carpenter, one of you is a, I don't know, a plasterer, a plumber. We really could do some great things for the village. And of course, to start with, when I come to any village, whichever village I decide to come to and purchase a house there, the people are going to be skeptic to start with. But after a while, I think we really could make a difference to that village and to people's lives. got a thing for villages. If you see my other channel, then you'll see that I'm pretty obsessed with villages. Look how this has been hung up here. I don't know if this is to protect something, perhaps. So my budget is extremely low, so I'm going to be buying something that's in pretty poor condition, probably something like this thing right here, but I'm looking for something with a lot of land. What do you think of these types of houses? I think it would be amazing to take something like this and restore it to its former glory. There's something romantic about places like this, right? It would also be really good to perhaps grow some vegetables there, or at least try and grow some vegetables, and really just take you along with the whole process. I think it could be something that could be really interesting and beneficial to me, to you, and to the people in the village. I really do love these types of houses. I mean, inside I can imagine it's going to be in a pretty horrible state. These post boxes here, look. The goal really is to help other people. If we can find a village with perhaps just 50 houses in, we can find an old house there, renovate it, perhaps then turn it into a guest home so that you guys can come over, and then we can really help the people in that village. I think it could be a really amazing thing to do. I love that almost nothing in Russian villages would pass health and safety in the UK, and that's one of the things that I just think makes Russia amazing. This looks like something from Children of the Corn. Have you seen Children of the Corn? Looks pretty scary, doesn't it? Scary contraption, but it isn't really scary at all, is it? And look at this wall. This wall here is being held up by logs. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? And the same on this side. And I don't even know why they're still holding it up, because there's really nothing going on inside there either. I really love the random things you come across when you're just walking through villages in Russia. Look at this house behind me. Incredible, right? That's the kind of thing that I'd be buying on my budget. And then right behind us we've got some sort of car dump where people have dumped their cars, or who knows. Let's go and check out some of the cars. So I asked the person like who owns these cars, and no one seems to know, but they're just kind of all dumped here. Oh, I've got some people coming to me now. Maybe they're going to tell me off. Check out that bad boy. So in the next couple of videos we're going to be visiting some different villages, and so we can together, I guess, decide which kind of project is the best. I'm going to show you what my plan is, because really I want this to be about me and about you. I want it to benefit you as well. The goal is to benefit everybody, so that you guys can get to come over, help people out as well like I am, and enjoy some time in Russia, and so we can just benefit everyone. So that's the goal. So if this was our village, we could maybe tarmac this area here, or put some astroturf down, make it so that people could actually play volleyball and basketball. Here we've got the village well, look. Please let me know what you think of this idea, if it's a good one or not. Maybe you have some ideas on this topic as well. And join my Telegram chat group, because in there we can discuss things a lot further. I want to thank Rob, one of my Telegram subscribers, because this was actually his idea in a way. He gave me a really good idea about the village house, and I've kind of adapted it a little bit, but thank you very much, Rob.